wanted to make sure we were live, so I always get kind of caught off guard a little bit when it comes on before here. But how are you guys? So this is week 3 of Cooking with Flava with your girl, Dr. Flava, the wellness foodie pharmacist. And this is, remember, this is our date. And if you skip out on this date every week, my feelings are going to be hurt. So I ask that you would go ahead and share this broadcast. Come on in, because you know what I'm going to do. I am going to teach you how to cook a yummy, amazing dish in about 30 minutes or less. So I am going to prepare tonight a healthier version of a chili. Now, I just want to tell everyone that we are very prayerful for our country. Right now, there is a lot going on, but I want you guys to remain hopeful, remain prayerful, and help as many people as you can if you have the resources to do so. Praying for Texas, for Mississippi, Alabama right now, okay? So I wanted to cook something that's a little bit warm because it's been a little chilly. That's funny, right? It's been a little chilly. I'm gonna cook turkey chili. So I wanted to add some butternut squash to the mix. I'm excited about this because when people make chili, a lot of times they put a lot of beans in it. Sometimes people have issues with their stomach. So we're not going to put any beans in here. I'm going to also add avocado at the top in place of the cheese and the sour cream, okay? So I'm Dr. Flava, your wellness foodie pharmacist of 15 years, and I own a yummy, healthy seasoning line called Dr. Flava Spices. It's lower in sodium, no MSG, sugar-free, and it literally makes cooking so much easy. So you're going to come with me, okay? So let me know if you guys can hear me. Let me know. Let's see if you can hear me right now. I'm going to check and see if there's any comments, see what's going on before we go ahead and get started. And I want you guys to take a look. Boop. 14% off is still happening now. So if you want to grab that, you can, okay? So you can go ahead and grab that if you like. And we're going to go over to the stove to get started. And make sure you share this, okay? And be sure to follow me on Instagram at Dr. Flava Farm Z. Hey, what's going on, Dr. Poole? You want to follow me at Dr. Flava Farm Z on Instagram, on all social media, okay? So let's go over to the stove and get started. This is going to taste really, really, really yummy, okay? So I'm going to tilt you down. You're probably not going to see me as much because I want you to see good. You can hear me. I want you to see what's going on. So you get to see my loveliness right now, but we're going to actually watch the food. So let's come on down. Over here, I'm going to let you see my ingredients. So you can see my ingredients here. I'm going to use my air fryer. So I have tomato sauce. I have no salt petite diced tomatoes, okay? And the reason I did no salt is because we're going to add our own salt using Dr. Flava Spices. Bell pepper and red onion, some green onion just for garnish, okay? And I went to Whole Foods and bought this ground turkey. Now it's 99% lean. So that means that it's not going to really produce a lot of fat. So I'm going to add a little bit of grapeseed oil, which I have back here. Some grapeseed oil. And of course, Dr. Flava. We're going to use spicy Cajun twist. I'll tell you what we'll use that for later. We're going to use Southwest and original everything. This is what we're going to do to season our meat. And then I'm going to use my no salt onion pepper. Now, what I love about my no salt, oh my gosh. So I have been really using a lot more of the no salt season. It's just a kind of flavor layer. Sometimes you just want a little bit more flavor without all the salt. You want to definitely grab these. Even if you're not a no salt person, these two have been on and popping, okay? Hey, how are you? Woohoo! I see you guys. Okay, so I'm turning my stove on high, and I am going to use a little bit of grapeseed oil, okay? So I'm going to use, this is a full tablespoon. I'm going to use this full tablespoon, okay? And I'm going to turn the heat down low because what we're going to do, I said hot, I'm going to turn it on low, is I want to go ahead and get this part, the bell peppers and the onions, okay? So we're going to saute that first. So I'm going to cut, we're not going to use all of this bell pepper. I'm going to use it all. I'm just going to use it all. Because it's nothing like already having your bell peppers and onions already blended up. So we'll decide how much I'll use. So I'm just going to toss that inside of here, like so. And then I'm going to cut our red onion. Some people call it purple because it does look purple, but they call it red. I like red onion. To me, it has a little bit of a different flavor. So I'm going to use this and place that inside of here, and we're going to go ahead and go blend this up, okay? So I'm going to use my Vitamix. I'm going to place a little bit of water inside. Hubby has the kids. They're a little loud. I hear them. Hey, but I'm a mama of two. So I'm going to come over to my Vitamix over here. And I'm going to put this inside the Vitamix. And I'm going to blend it just so I can puree it. So let's that's all good. I love the Vitamix. So basically, this is a quick trick for mom. If your kids don't like to see a lot of ingredients inside of their food, this is a perfect way to puree it so they don't see chunky pieces, okay? So now I'm going to turn the fire up and I'm going to pour it inside like so. I'm going to keep a little bit for a dish tomorrow, okay? So we're going to turn this on high like so. I want this to cook. I need this to cook for about 5 minutes, okay? So it doesn't have that overpowering flavor inside of it. You want to cook your veggies. So that's a quick tip. If you cook your bell peppers and onions before you add your meat, it just gives it a different flavor and it doesn't taste raw. And for this, because chili is like a stew, this is going to help tremendously, okay? All right. So we're going to go and just now, what we're going to do while this is cooking, I'm going to turn this on high. We're going to get our butternut squash, okay? Our butternut squash. I'm going to get that next. I'm just kind of rearranging some things. I'm going to use my air fryer. I like to put oil inside of my air fryer, and the only reason is it just cuts down. So butternut squash, I like it. It is filling, and usually with chili, people add, like I said, the beans or they add the rice. We're going to use this. But by cooking it in the air fryer, it's going to be crunchy and savory because I'm going to add spicy Cajun twist to the mix. Yes, I am. So we're going to go ahead while that is cooking. I'm not going to use all of it. I'm just going to cook what I need. Okay? So I'm going to take a few pieces out. Uh-oh, a piece fell here. Throw that away. So I'm just going to spread this out. Spread it out like so, okay? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to shake a little bit of spicy Cajun twist. Let me go ahead and put this back in the freezer. So let me know in the comments, how do you like your chili? How do you normally prepare it? So I'm just shaking a little bit of spicy Cajun twist, no oil. Place it inside of here at 375 for about 10 minutes. So now we're going to come over here, okay? And we're cooking. This is the bell peppers and the onion mix there, okay? I want to make sure you guys can see. Let me know how you guys like your chili. So let's see. That's nicely cooked. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to add the tomatoes, okay? And I'm actually going to pour this juice off. So I'm going to pour the juice off. Because I just now want to saute the tomatoes, okay? And we're about to add the seasoning, but this is the base. This is going to be the base to our yummy chili. Now, what am I about to add right now? I'm going to add some original everything, just a few shakes around. I'm going to add, I decided I am going to add my garlic herb because, like I said, this is just a way of flavor layering. So we're going to add a little bit of garlic herb, and this has no salt, but it has, let me look. It has granulated garlic, granulated onion, there's celery, a little lemon, and some other herbs and spices, and black pepper. Shake, so that's all in there. And we're basically, by doing this, we're kind of creating like a good roux, you know, in a sense. This is almost like a roux. So I'm just gonna shake some onion pepper inside and let this cook a little bit, and then we're gonna add the ground turkey. And I like the chunkiness of these tomatoes. Now I want to talk a little bit more about this. So I chose the no salt added. Be mindful because a lot of times when you're using canned vegetables, like if you're a mom like me and you're busy, you're gonna want to use your canned vegetables, but make sure you get no salt added. They had a sale today at Kroger. These are 10 for 10, so it's an organic brand, no salt added, because I knew I was gonna add my own salt. And then the tomato sauce, I chose this brand because it only had 280 milligrams of sodium. Now, the other brand that I normally get, I was like, oh my gosh, I was picking this up and it had 380 milligrams of sodium. This one has 280. So the reason that we want to be mindful, we're checking our nutrition fact label, especially if we have some type of pre-existing conditions like high blood pressure or diabetes. The salt can be an issue with the heart, cause water retention, and we want to be mindful of that, or if you had any kidney problems. So this is cooking down. It smells so delicious. Now I'm going to add the meat. So I'm going to add the meat. And the reason I did it this way also is because this meat, oh my gosh, guys, I totally just threw the whole thing inside. I did it this way also because this meat doesn't have a lot of fat. So I'm not going to crush this up yet. I want to shake my original everything on top, and I'm going to shake some Southwest. And the Southwest, the reason I'm doing the original in the Southwest is this is going to create that chili flavor. What gives chili that flavor is the cumin, okay? It's the cumin that gives it that flavor, and the Southwest has the perfect amount of cumin without it tasting really fake. You know how sometimes when you want to eat Mexican food and you buy those packs, it kind of tastes like fake? Well, not with my Southwest. And my Southwest only has 85 milligrams of sodium. So now I am going to chop this meat. I want to chop, 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 chop. And I'm going to add a little bit more oil, only because it's sticking a little bit because of the tomato. So I'm going to drizzle a little bit of oil and let this cook and let all the flavors marinate. Once this is nicely mixed up, I'm going to add a little bit more original. I'm going to let it simmer and we're going to talk. I want to know what you guys are cooking, what you're getting into. Let me know. And be sure to share with your friends. I'm so grateful for you guys coming on. It smells delish. Yummer. I wish you guys had smell-o-vision. Now, the reason I'm doing this is just really to toss it all around. And you want to have the meat not to look stringy, but you want the meat to actually crumble. So you do want to do a little bit of chopping action. And especially with this meat here, because this meat here is the lower fat version. So it really likes to stay stringy. So I'm just doing this chopping action to help with that process, okay? And another way for me to tenderize this, I'm going to actually add some water. I'm going to add a little water because I want this to tenderize. I always use bottled water. That's just something that I do. Okay? So I'm just chop it. Let me know what's your favorite dish to eat this time of the year. Let me know. I'll be so excited to find out. So usually we cook our meals in like 30 minutes. This is probably going to take like about another extra 10 minutes just because I want it to cook down. So I'm just continuously chopping. Like I said, once the meat is cooked, I'll be able to tell. And then I'm going to add the tomato sauce, okay? But this is just the base. Remember, we put our onion and our bell pepper on the inside. Smells so delicious. And I also want to let you know, if you use ground turkey, you don't have to use this one, which is 99% fat-free. You can use the dark meat version, but it is healthier than you using something like ground beef, which has a lot more saturated fat. And those are the things that we want to be mindful. You know, this is Heart Health Month. And we want to make sure we still can eat those foods that we love that are healthier. And that's what Dr. Flava Spices is all about, okay? I'm all about how can we still eat the food, food that's healthier. And in our community, the African American community, we suffer so much because we love to say that we can really cook and throw down. And a lot of the foods that we're eating are overly processed, fried, or may have sugar. But a lot of us now are really understanding some of the things that we can do every day. Trust me, I do like to eat good food. Oh, yes, I do. I understand. So what I do every week is try to just show you how we can still, enjoy the food. I don't want you to eat food and feel like, oh my gosh, this food is disgusting. That's where my spices come in, okay? It's gonna really give you that flavor that you desire. So we're just chopping this around. I'm gonna, I need to actually taste it, make sure it has enough salt, but I'm gonna let it cook a little bit more on high. So I hope we're gonna come back up. All right, guys. So what did Dr. Flava do? We went ahead and we blended our bell pepper and our onion, and we sauteed that with a little bit of grapeseed oil. And once we had that nice little thickened roux, I added the turkey meat in, and I used the 99% lower fat or lean turkey meat versus like the ground beef, okay? And then added that inside. I added my Southwest, and original everything. So I chose these two flavors, and this is flavor layering. So I chose the original because this is your all-purpose smoky flavor. It has that smoked paprika inside, but it's all-purpose. And then I coupled that with the Southwest because the Southwest is what's going to give it that chili flavor. So usually people use chili powder and cumin. That's all inside of the Southwest, minus the chili powder. But this Southwest is banging, okay? And it's only 85 milligrams of sodium per serving. I believe so. Is this one 85? Yes. So, and the original is 90 milligrams per serving. We're going to let that simmer. Now, in comparison to, yes, I love good food as well. Now, in comparison to your typical chilies that have a lot of beans and stuff in it, we're not going to do all of that. Beans are starchy, but we're going to do the butternut squash in place of the rice, okay? So we're going to go ahead and do that. I want to take a look at our butternut squash because the butternut squash, I forgot, we did that with spicy Cajun twist. Now, if you guys see my packaging, I have new packaging. These are mine. This is what I cook with at home. So I just have the old label, but the newer labels, look, they're so beautiful. They have like all the nice little veggies and stuff on there. It just makes me feel like, yes, I want to cook. I love it. I love the colors. But hey, that's what you get from Dr. Flava, right? You're going to get the flavor. You're going to get the healthiness. You're going to get all of that good stuff, okay? Because I want you to be excited about cooking, And I want you to know that you can cook fast. You don't have to spend all day. So that's the difference, and that's what I'm going to teach you. So don't forget, don't fear me up, okay? You got to come here every Friday. Even if you jump in, you can always watch the replay, okay? So let's take a look at our butternut squash. Let's see. Let's take a look, okay? So my son is like really loud. 2 years old. So let me see. Now this was frozen. I wanted to cook a little bit more. I'm gonna let it cook a little bit more. It needs to cook a little bit more. So I'm gonna cook that on 400. I'm gonna turn it up, and I'll cook it for about another 5 minutes or so. Now let's take a look back at our chili. We're gonna add the sauce now. And before I add the sauce, I want to make sure it smells so delicious that it has enough seasoning. So I'm bringing you back over. Right there. So I'm going to add a little bit more seasoning. So a little bit more original and Southwest. I'm gonna let that cook down. Okay, and now I'm going to add the tomato sauce. to add the tomato sauce. I'm gonna add a little bit of agave nectar only because the tomatoes are not sweet. And I just want to add a little hit just to kind of bring out the flavor. Sometimes you have to add a little bit of sweet to bring out the flavor. So agave nectar is a plant-based sugar, all natural sugar now, or sweetener. You do want to look. So here it says 1 tablespoon is 60 calories and 16 grams of sugar. So even if I use a tablespoon, which I'm not, divide that by how many servings is in here. That's still not a lot of sugar, okay? So I'm going to use my tablespoon here, and I'm going to use that much, not even a full tablespoon. And I'm just going to put that inside of there just to kind of cut some of the tomato flavor. And I'm going to let this simmer. And I am going to add all the rest of the bell pepper because I want some more bell pepper flavor. I thought I wasn't, but I want to add it all. So basically, we added 1 full bell pepper and the onion. So let's take a look at our time, 22 minutes. The goal is to be done in 30 minutes. So let that cook down, add some onion pepper. And just taste your food to see how it tastes, if it has enough seasoning on the inside. This chili is at least 5 servings of chili, okay? Just stirring that around. So let's see. Yes, very creative seasoning. Thank you so much. So you guys let me know, what have you been doing during this time? TT, I know you're in Texas. God has been with you. You haven't had any power outages. So we're so very blessed by that. Yep, perfect winter weather. You're right. Oh, food. Absolutely right. So this is cooking down nicely. I have it on high, just kind of expedite this process. But I'm going to let it simmer. I'll let it simmer some so it can cook some more. Yes, I love it. I do want to add some more Southwest. Add a little bit more Southwest. A little bit more Southwest. Let it cook, stir this around. And you can always add more flavor at the end just with sauces. Sauces can be tricky. You can think that you don't have enough flavor or salt, and then when it sits, it's like, oh my gosh, why is it so salty? So just be mindful, but the flavor profile is here. So while that's doing that, I'm gonna get our bowl ready. I'm gonna put this here, and I did spicy Cajun twist on the butternut squash, original everything, and the Southwest on the chili, and I did my no salt just as a flavor layering. And flavor layering is just the best thing ever. Okay, flavor layering is going to pack the flavor or create a intense flavor profile. And what happens a lot when I'm watching these recipes I see online, they're like a pinch of that, a pinch of this, blah 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 blah, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, like the average cooker, that just doesn't fly. So I have an avocado. Don't make fun of my avocado. I opened it yesterday. It looks funky, but you know what? If I was at a restaurant, I would be like, oh no. But I know that I just opened this up yesterday. It just oxidized, but I'm gonna still cut it off. So we're gonna add this here. So I'm gonna let you guys see what's going on here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this top layer off right here. But I just bought this avocado, okay? So I am gonna make good use of this avocado. It is a fruit, so it does, once it oxidizes. So look, nice piece of avocado. But if I was at a restaurant, I'd be like, excuse me. That's how we are. We get so caught up on how it looks. So that's enough because we're not gonna use a whole bunch of avocado. We're gonna put that on the top. I'm gonna get our bowl here. Ooh. And we're gonna get ready to plate this, okay? I'm gonna check on our butternut squash here. And I love using the air fryer. The air fryer is a great alternative. So the butternut squash, let's see. Here you go. So we're gonna put some of that on top of our chili. And what else are we gonna put on top of our chili? Bam! Some green onion. So you guys know what I love to use. I love to use my cooking shears. I am gonna grab those so that we can use that to plate our chili. If you guys have any questions, let me know. This will be a great time because I do want this to simmer a little bit more. Let me know if you have any questions. If you're just joining the broadcast, I'm Dr. Flava, your wellness foodie pharmacist, and yes, I did go to an HBCU and I love them. I love my HBCU. I went to Xavier University, the best HBCU ever. So if I have some HBCU graduates on here, put up your school for me. Let me know let me know also where are you streaming from? You know, what part of the US or wherever you are, where are you streaming from? Let me know. I would love, and I will also love for you to make sure that you follow me on YouTube. Trying to grow. You know, we're trying to grow the station here. This is a year of consistency for me. That is my word for this year, consistency. And just being transparent and honest. Over the years throughout my business, I started some lives and then I fell off, but I'm gonna remain consistent this year, okay? What if you don't have an air fryer? Can you roast a squash? Absolutely, Chris. Tell me where you're from, but absolutely, you can roast it. I have an air fryer only because it's just quick, Chris, OMG. And like I said, my mama's too, but you can put it on a cookie sheet, spray a little nonstick spray, place it there, put some of my seasonings, okay? Because Chris, if you don't have my seasonings, I can't really tell you if it's gonna taste good. But yes, you can, to answer your question. But let me know where you're from. If you went to an HBCU, let me know. I would love, let me know also if you learned anything tonight or if you're going to try this recipe. I would love to know. Yummers. If you haven't been following me, that is my signature. Yummers. So Wendy has her, how you doing? I have my yummers. So guys, start practicing that in the mirror. We might have to do a contest or something to see how many people can say yummers. All right, so we're going to take a look back at our chili. Let's see. I'm in Oxford. Retired pharmacist caught you on Three Friends Talk this week. Oh, awesome. Hey, retired pharmacist. Awesome, Chris. Well, I'm glad that you jumped on because this dish right here is completely yummers. And as a pharmacist, you know what we see out there. And I'm all about how can we help people to live a healthier life before the prescription, while on the prescription, and after the prescription. So let's go back, okay? I'm gonna tilt you back down. I'm gonna let you smell a vision. Smell a vision. So remember, everything is already inside. It doesn't look as pretty because of course I don't have like the bell peppers and stuff, but like I told you, if you have small kids, let me tell you, they don't like to see stuff. Like my kids, they act real funny. I just added a little bit more water. They act real funny when they see stuff. So this is just a great way to disguise the bell peppers and the onions and anything that you put inside of here. So we're gonna put a little bit. You know, this bowl is too big. Let me get a smaller bowl. Do I have a smaller bowl? I thought I did. Okay, we'll use this bowl. I forgot. My daughter broke the small one. So I'm gonna put some chili inside of here because we're about to wrap it up because I respect your time. I respect my time. Okay, so let me go ahead and get it Instagram ready. You know I have to do that, right? I gotta make it Instagram ready. We have to plate. We have to make it look pretty. Clean off any splashes. That's what we do for you guys. I'm gonna get some of my butternut squash, place it on top because remember, we're not adding anything else, okay? So Give me 1 second. And let me remove this comment so you guys can see. I'm just placing this on top. So I'm putting a few pieces of the butternut squash on the top of here. I'm gonna also add, I'm gonna place this to the side now. I'm gonna add our avocado, a few slices of avocado. Avocado is great source of fat. So since we didn't add very much fat, I wanted to add some good healthy fat, which is gonna come from the avocado. And then we're gonna use this instead of eating the sour cream and the cheese. Okay, I'm just placing that on top. And then we're gonna put the green onion. Just gonna cut this up here. The green onion. So let's see. Put the green onion on top. So I'm just using my cooking shears here. And we're gonna put a little bit of green onion on top, just as a garnish. Okay, you don't have to do this, especially if you're at home, but you know, this is cooking with flavor. So I gotta show you, right? This is what we do. This is what our foodies do. We make it look extra pretty for you. So there you go. So we have our healthier turkey chili with avocado, butternut squash, a little green onion garnish. And that is it, cooking with flavor. Yes, so you want to go ahead and grab these spices, okay? Because I'm having a sale and it is about to end. Yep, it's about to end. So I want you guys to grab it now so you can get that 14% off. So we have it here. Let me give you a spoon because I want to taste this, right? I want to taste this. Now, to be honest with you, I've already eaten. That's what happened last week. I've already eaten because I don't eat this late. But I found that this time is a great time. You know, people are kind of already at home. I've eaten already. And I was like, man, I want my chili. But I was like, I have to wait to go live. So I'm going to eat the rest of this. It's like funny. So usually when I cook, I eat it like later or my husband will eat it. And he's like, oh my gosh. And I'm like, yeah, you know, your wife can cook, right? Now it's going to taste even better as it sits. Now with this being cooked this fast, it's really good. It looks delicious. It is delicious, Tiffany. But I'm going to let this simmer. And I want a piece of avocado. So I'm going to... Uh-oh. My plate. Hold on. I have to make it look pretty again because I ate some out of it. It got on the side. You watch your cooking shows, this is what they do. But we're going to wrap it up. There you go. That is it. Cooking with flavor. A pound. So quick recap. Quick recap. A pound of ground turkey. I use tomatoes, no salt. I used tomato sauce. Make sure you look at the amount of sugar, not sugar, sodium, because this one was lower than the rest. And then of course, you know, I have 13 flavors. I don't know if you guys know, I have 13 yummy flavors. So we used 5 of them today while I was cooking. 5 yummy flavors: Southwest, Spicy Cajun Twist, and Original Everything. And I use my no salt right here. So that's a wrap, guys. This is Heart Healthy Month. I want you. All right, gotta run. Thank you, Chris. I am so grateful for you guys being here. Thank you so much for joining me. This is our standing appointment. Make sure that you come and you join me and subscribe and follow me on all the social media platforms. I'm so grateful for you guys. We're at 35 minutes, so I am going to head out. Be sure to follow me. Purchase some spices if you like. I'm so grateful for you guys. Thank you very much. Be on the lookout. You want to sign up because we're going into our 4th year and I'm so excited. So next month is going to be lots and lots of fun. Thank you guys for joining me. Yummers.